Disclaimers: all the character and incident are fictional. Everything is imaginary in this episode. Don't compare with the online, which is based on imagination, not on reality. You sat at the table, staring at the food. Drago was on the other side. He was cutting his food like nothing was strange. You felt your chest heated up. How could he be so calm after everything? Are you really going to eat without saying a single word? He looked up for a second and then he placed a piece of meat on your plate. Yeah, eat it. And you are not leaving hungry. Your jaw tightened. He was pretending to act sweet, pretending to act like some perfect husband. That's what you were thinking. I did not ask you to serve me. Junko leaned back in his chair, his lips curled. You are my wife now, and you will eat when I tell you. You glare at him. His words made you even more angry. Suddenly, you thought of a way to shut his mouth. Your voice turned soft, too soft, a fake sweet. Do you want some coffee, Jungkook? He raised his eyebrows. He didn't expect that. Coffee? Why so sudden? Without any reason. You forced a smile. He tilted his head in confusion. You stood up quickly and walked to the kitchen. Let's see how long you can keep this sweet game. When I burn your throat. You opened the jar of chili powder and you mixed it carefully into the coffee. Then you carried the cup back to him with a fake smile. Here, drink this. He looked at the cup and then at you. His eyes narrowed, but he still took it. You are acting strange tonight. He lifted the cup, but as he took the sip, he got stunned. You never changed, Ryan. Still trying to irritate me? Like you used to do. But now I'm your husband, so fine, why not? For a moment you thought he would stop, but he didn't. He drank it. Not just a sip, he finished the whole cup. His face never changed. You stared at him in shock. That was chilly. He set that empty cup down. His voice was calm. So what? My wife make coffee for me for the first time. So what if there was chili? Your heart skipped. You had expected him to cough, to shout, to get angry, but he just looked at you like nothing mattered. Something inside you twisted. The silence burned more than his anger ever could. The truth was that this marriage did not begin with love. It began with hate. 5 years ago in college, you and Jungkook were enemies. Every exam was a battle. Every project was a war. He always wanted to stand higher than you, and you always wanted to prove you were better than him. He mocked you, and you argued with him. Neither of you ever bowed your head. After college, life pulled you apart. You thought you would never see him again. You thought this war was over, but you were wrong. While you were busy living with your life, your father built his company. He was not doing it alone. His partner from the very beginning was Jungkook, the same boy who had been your enemy, and you never knew because your father never told you. Jungkook was there in every meeting with your father. He was there in every late night plan. He stood beside your father while you were far away. And when the day came out that your father lay dying, he called for Jungkook. You stood there helplessly as your father's voice shook. He did not speak to you but about dreams or comfort. He spoke about duty. He said Jungkook would take care of you. He said Jungkook would marry you, and his last word tied you both together. And that's the only reason you both got married. You had wanted him to spit the coffee and get angry, but instead he drank it like nothing happened. He had said, "So what?" And that answer was still burning in your throat, chest. You stood up from the sofa and looked at him. He was sitting there with his arms crossed. You spoke in a low voice. I'm sorry for what I did, but I cannot stay with you." Jungkook looked up at you with his sharp eyes. "Why, please?" Before he could finish, you grabbed your coat and rushed out. The door slammed behind you. The sky was dark and heavy rain was falling. What the hell is wrong with her? It's raining. He grabbed the umbrella from the stand and ran after you. The rain was loud, but his footstep was louder. He opened the umbrella and found you walking on the empty street. "Why are you stupid? Why are you walking in the rain like this? You would get sick." "I told you I cannot stay with you, and I meant it." Jungkook was faster until he was beside you. He held that umbrella above your head, though you kept trying to step out from under it. "Stop acting like a child and listen to me just for once." "Why should I listen to you? You were my enemies. You always hated me. You never wanted this marriage. So why pretending now?" Jungkook's jaw tightened. His voice was firm but softer than before. "I did not ask for this marriage, but I will not let you wander in the train like you are nothing. You're my wife now. That means you are my responsibility." You frozen for a second and his words was heavier. You looked away and trying to hide the heat in your chest. "I did not need your pity." "It's not pity. It's care. Even if you hate me, I cannot watch you breaking yourself." The rain felt harder. You turned to walk again and suddenly the sound of car horn broke the silence. A black car was rushing down to the road in full speed. Before you could react, to grab your wrist and pulled you into his chest. The umbrella slipped from his hand and fell into the water. The rain poured over both of you and drenched your clothes. You could hear his heartbeat against your ear. His arms were tightly around you. "Are you insane? You could have died. What you are thinking?" I, I didn't care. "Then care now, because I care." You sighed and stepped away, but your heel had snapped on the wet road. You tried to take a step, but you stumbled. "Great now. Even my shoes is broken." Jungkook looked at your feet and then your pale face. Without saying another word, he bent down and lifted you into his arms. Put me down. I can walk." "No, you cannot. Your heel is broken. And you are already shivering, so stop arguing." He brought you home and laid you on the bed gently. Your hair was wet and sticking your face. Jungkook sat down beside you and pulled the blanket over your shoulders. For a moment, neither of you spoke. The storm outside filled the silence. "Why are you doing this? Why are you acting like you care? After all these years, you hated me. You mocked me in the college. You never went wanted me." "Yes, I hated you in the college, but that was then I was young. I was stupid. I thought beating you was the only way to prove myself." "And what now? What changed? Why are you pretending to care?" Jongho leaned closer. His voice was slow. "I'm not pretending, Wayan. When your father asked me to take care of you, I thought it was a business, but when I saw you, I felt like it is more than a business. I couldn't walk away from you. You ruined my life, Jungkook. I never wanted this marriage. I never wanted to see your face again, and now every day I have to sit across from you. I know and I deserve your anger. But I also know you deserve better than being left alone in the rain. You deserve someone who stand beside you, even if you hated him. His words dark, deep, and you wanted to fight back, but your voice broke the instead. Jungkook slowly reached up and brushed the wet hairs of yours from your face, and his fingers were gentle. Enemy or not wife or not, I cannot stop myself from caring about you. Your breath caught your throat. His touch was warm against your skin, and for the first time, his words did not sound like the voice of enemy. They sound like the voice of someone who are breaking down the walls. And what if I don't want your care? Then I will give it because you're my wife, and I cannot stop my heart anymore. So now let's go to the next morning. You slowly open your eyes, and the sound of rain was gone. The room was quiet, except for the soft breathing sound beside you. Jungkook was still asleep, sitting on the chair next to your bed. His head were resting against the wall, and his hair were falling across him from his forehead. For the moment, you just watched him. The boy who was once your enemy looked different. Not angry, not cold, just peaceful. You shook your head and got up quietly. You walked into the kitchen and began making breakfast. The pan was heating as you cracked egg inside, and you were lost in your thoughts. Was he serious last night, or was he only trying to make it up? Did he really mean those words? Behind your footsteps sounded. Jungkook had woke up, and he walked in still half sleep tired, and he leaned against the doorway watching you. So my wife is making breakfast for me now. You turn your head and quickly. Don't say things like that. I'm just hungry myself. Jungkook smiled and came closer, and suddenly his arms wrapped around your waist from behind. Jungkook, let go. What are you doing? Holding my wife while she is cooking. Is there is a problem? You're heavy and annoying. So prepare for your work instead. I will go later. This is better. Your heartbeat was racing, his arms were around warm. His voice was playful. You grabbed the spoon and waved it to him at him. If you didn't move, I will throw this egg at you. Jungkook finally stepped back, raising his head in surrender. Fine, fine, but remember, I only let you win this battle. He winked at you before picking up his sword. Days passed. Slowly, the distance between both of you started that shrink. Every evening, he returned home and found ways to make you laugh. Every night, you shared tea at the table and argued about little things that always ended up with this pleasing smile. It's not was love yet, but it was no longer hate. Somewhere between enemies and stranger, you had begun to melt it. Now you were having your tea when the doorbell rang. Jungkook's friends came. Oh, Jungkook, you didn't tell me you got married. Who is she? Jungkook, without a pause, answered proudly. She's Ryan, my wife. Few hours later, after Jungkook's friends left, you stood frozen in the living room. His words were still ringing in your ear. She is my wife. Why? You could not take it anymore. You rushed back into the room. You shut the door and sat down on the bed. Your hands cover your face. Why the hell was she? Why did she came here? And why was he smiling like that? Why did he look so easy around her? Why did he say it so proudly? You pull the pillow in your arms. Wait, why am I even angry? Why am I being jealous? Am I starting to feel something for him? No, 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 that can't be. Hush, stop thinking stupid things. The door opened and Jungkook stepped inside. He looked at you with a half smile. What are you muttering to yourself? Like that? You quickly sat straight. Nothing, I was just tired. Jungkook tilted his head. His eyes were sharp. Are you jealous, Ryan? No, not at all. Don't say nonsense, okay? Fine, fine, change the topic if you don't want it. But I saw your face. You ignored him and turned your back at him. You hadn't slept. The image of that girl would not leave your mind. You tossed the bed again and again until you finally got up and walked to the balcony. The night was cold and the air was sharp, but you stayed there staring at the dark sky. Behind you the sound of footsteps came. Ryan, what are you doing out here? It's midnight. You turned your head slowly. I could not sleep. It is freezing. Come inside. You shook your head. I was just thinking about her. Her? You bite your lips. Jungkook sighed and leaned against the railing beside you. You are still thinking about her at midnight, Ryan. You're impossible. You frowned. Why does it bother me so much? Jungkook turned and looked straight at you. Maybe because you care about me more than you wanted to admit. Your eyes widened. No, don't twist my words. I'm not twisting anything. You're jealous then, and that's means something. You quickly turned your face away, hiding the red cheeks. Forget it. I just drop it. Your heart was pounding. The cold air bit your skin. But his words warmed you. He gently pulled you into his arms. Now, can you end this night with peace? You close your eyes against his chest. Fine, but just this once. Just this once, and next time, and the next after that. Slowly you pull back and from the hug to breath. Okay, fine. You win this time, but don't expect me to. Before you could finish, Jungkook caught your waist and pulled you closer. Wrist and pulled you closer. His eyes were burning in the dim light. Enough wine. Stop pretending you don't care. You are mine. You know that. What are you saying, Jungkook? He didn't answer. He leaned and pressed his lips against your. It was not gentle. It was deep and demanding. His hands cupped your face, back your neck, and holding you in a place like he was afraid you would slip away. Your eyes widened, your body froze, and you pushed lightly at his chest. Jungkook. But your words were swallowed by his.